Welcome to the biggest show in the world, Sports Bettors TV.
That's right, baby. You are listening to the biggest show in the world, Sports Bettors TV. What is going on, people? How's everybody doing out there? I know you guys were cashing all weekend just like our camp was. What's going on? I got my boy, The Dream, on the line. Kid, you printing money over there or what?
Hey, what's going on, Sports Bettors TV? The Dream in the house, a.k.a. Mr. Lucky, back at it again.
Son, you're lucky, man. That's why you win.
I know.
Oh, my God, kid. What a great
yesterday
weekend.
Was an absolutely phenomenal day. I think everybody on the team, we had a concerted effort. And as, you know, some people will tell you out there on Twitter that, well, Dream, you know, Duke was the number 2 team in the country. So that wasn't no big deal, even though before the game, they would give you no information, you know, to tell you who was going to win. Or they would tell you that, you know, Michigan State over the years is a good team. And, you know, they won the national title once. But before the game, they would not tell you to take the 2. But, you know, I know it wasn't that big of a deal what I did, so I'm not patting myself on the back too hard. But, hey, we had a good day yesterday, guys. We were able to cash. We also had the NBA work for us as the Clippers went ham. And they'll tell you, Dream, well, you know, the Clippers are a good team, so that's not that impressive either. And then they'll tell you, OKC won, and Dream, well, Russell Westbrook is scoring 40-something points a game, so that's not that impressive neither. But you won, Dream, so what? You won 4 games. You know, that's not that big of a deal. So... So, that being said, we had a great day yesterday, guys. And I was hopeful that most of the nation was on. I woke up to this morning to a whole bunch of thank yous, cashing tickets. And, guys, I got to be honest with you. That's why I do it. That's why we do it. We love it. There's nothing better than the feeling to know that you helped a bunch of people out there make some cash. Hopefully somebody's going to buy their kid a pair of sneakers or buy their wife something nice or buy themselves, you know, a steak tonight for dinner or, I don't know, maybe pay an electric bill, a cable bill. Whatever you do with it, hey, like I said, I don't got the money to give y'all all like $100 or $200 a piece, but I could give you a play and get you on the winning track, you know, and it makes me feel good, and it's like food to my soul. So, hey, guys, happy to help, and happy to be of any type of service that I have been able to be for you.
Absolutely, man. I took a look at my page yesterday. Kid, the only hiccup I had was my boy. My boy played me with the Sixers, kid. I can't. I love we got all these winners, but I'm gonna revert right to the one loser.
Your boy played us. He didn't play you, as for some unknown reason I decided to get involved with that teaser as well. I ended up putting Cleveland in. I put Cleveland in with a teaser that was dope. Every damn team won except for your boy.
My boy got us, kid, winning by 1 point against the Sixers, kid. I'm scratching my head. I'm like, yo, did that really just happen? I'm sitting there looking at him struggling the whole game. I'm like, damn. Actually, they did go up by 10 at one point in the first half, so I thought I was all right, but just couldn't quite figure it out, bro.
You know what's funny is I had told you that game when we talked about it. I had told you something about it. Remember I said it looked too easy?
Yeah, you did. You did.
I said it looked too easy yesterday during the show, and that's that little instinct thing that the Dream doesn't really have, but that I really do have. But that's that little instinct thing, man, and I seem to, you know, I'm honing in on and getting a little bit of an understanding for this. For some reason, that spot I didn't like it. I don't know why. It was something about it. But hey, you know what? It's like that. I was able to, luckily enough, your boy was on early enough that I was able to, you know, reload with Duke and blow it up and reload with the Clippers, and I hit that big. So, I mean, yesterday I had a monster day. And Duke, I gotta be honest with you guys. You know, I wanted to say this, and you know, I'm gonna say this respectful because I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I'm not. Listen, yesterday after the win, I didn't even do my usual gloating thing because I know cats are getting sick of me doing that, and I get it. I get it. All right,
get on board.
At this point, I mean, we just win anyway, so we're all used to it now. And you know what? Sometimes it's better to be a graceful winner than to be a knucklehead. So I decided to fall back. Me and the fam went out to dinner. Me and the wife, put in a video and watched a movie last night and enjoyed that as well. And I didn't want to do my gloat thing on Twitter and talk all my crap, because guys don't like it, and I understand that. But some of it is just me clowning and have fun and get some of you guys involved and talk back and forth to you, because I love kicking it with you, which is why I so wanted all of you to come to Vegas so we could all kick it together. I think if you ask the people who came, we all spent some time, some real time sitting and talking with everybody of the nation that came, as far as sitting down, where you from, what do you do, how long you been doing it, what's up. We got some time to really say, hey, this is what we're about. And I think most of the guys who met us really got to meet us and know, how we are in our personalities. And it would have been nice just to meet so many more of you so you guys, because I'm not really this entity. I am the dream, obviously, and I am, an egotistical type of guy, and but I'm really not as crazy as I portray myself to be on Twitter. I think most of the guys that met me will be like, he's more of a grounded dude than he acts like on Twitter. Because I know on Twitter you guys probably think I'm this beast. I'm this knucklehead beast. Hey, big ups to Snoopy Bets, BU, Tab Sports Picks, Handicapping Sports 1, James Harrelson, Sports Money, Total Sports Edge, Jeff Ryan. Thank you guys for retweeting the show. There's a bunch more out there. Yato sending picks. Sermata's up this morning doing his thing, going at it. We got Fantasy Sports. Eddie the Cheese is out there. JC's out there as well. We got Dylan out there. The Odds Hustle. Elvin at Sports Bettors Nation, and Buster Carr out there on the retweet twip. C. Rodriguez Jr. is out there. Pete for Prez, Mike, and Nicholas J. But I wanted to just say this yesterday, and I'm not trying to step on any capper's toes, but the Gonzaga game, to me, if you came up with Gonzaga, I think that you gotta refuel looking at that type of pick, only because Duke is like the number one premier college basketball school in the nation. Yep. They've been that way for the last 10, 15 years, and I know that they can get beat and have been beat over the years. I get that, but this is one of Duke's better and more talented teams, and they are pretty battle tested as far as their schedule was concerned. The ACC was a monster this year. We saw Duke in a lot of really tough games. They beat the best of the best, obviously, and were beat by a couple teams. But when you looked at Gonzaga's strength of schedule and who they played, they honestly just, in my opinion, it just was, you just couldn't compare it to Duke's body of work. So, and I know that Gonzaga did have some height on Duke, and I get, that idea, but, Duke with their coaching, obviously one of the greatest coaches to ever coach college basketball, and with their team, which this team's a really, really good team, it was just really hard for me to even, me personally, I never thought Gonzaga was going to have a chance. And I said it on the show that I thought Gonzaga did not match up well with Duke. Actually, Gonzaga played better than I expected them to play against Duke. Right. But for me, my big thing was, if I was like a pro capper, and I know I get on you guys for staying away from games, but if you were not going to go Duke, I think you had to stay away from this game, only because I don't know how you could give out. I don't know how you really could come up with Gonzaga, other than you just crunched the numbers, but all your numbers were based on subpar, teams that Gonzaga beat. So they never seen nothing like a Duke, and there were times when you saw Gonzaga was really frustrated with Duke's defense. Duke's defense was like, they was like in that behind yesterday, and then in big spots they were making threes, and as well as Duke played, I still think Duke played kind of sloppy, and I'm still on the fence with, I don't think Okafor is 100%. I really think he's injured. I think he's playing injured, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man. He was okay yesterday, but I really just loved watching that game front to back and just seeing the Dukies lay the smackdown on him. It was like, you could just tell, definitely two different caliber programs.
Right.
You know what I mean? All day long. So, and I actually, like, towards the end, once I saw Duke, pulling away there, I was like, oh, you know what? Time for WrestleMania. You know what? Because they were up 10. There was like a minute and a half left. I said, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
And that was the thing. You could see that when Gonzaga got their little lead, got their lead, it was only like for a possession. But, like, Duke never, like they didn't, nobody panicked, nothing. But as it got deeper in the game and Duke kept, answering and holding their lead, you could start to see, like, Gonzaga panicking a little bit. And the threes, and it's like I said, you live and you die by the three. The threes were not dropping for Gonzaga yesterday either.
No, and that's what they're like the Shockers. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're not hitting all them threes, then they got problems. So
exactly.
And you got, like you said, I mean, when it goes down to coaching, so you got one of two things that happen in all of sports, all right? And I'm just going to, and I think you guys probably, anybody that's been watching sports, 20, 30 years, 10 years, whatever it is, you either got good coaching or great players. It's one or the other. That makes a successful team. So you've got, if you think about the Final Four, you got Killer Calipari, you got Coach K, you got Izzo, and you got Wisconsin, which they have good players. You know what I mean? So that breaks down the Final Four there.
I'm gonna give my man. I'm gonna give him a little bit of credit, even though I'm not the biggest fan of his coaching. But I mean, for him to get there 2 years in a row like he's done, I guess it's time to maybe recognize him as being, somewhat of a good coach. I really feel bad for him in this spot. Obviously he's got to go up against Kentucky, and I know you guys are going to start all week long. The media is going to get with you all week long, and they are going to pump your heads full of how Wisconsin can win the game. And I know you guys are going to be on Twitter, and you're going to try to poison your boy with how Wisconsin can win, and you're going to talk to me about how Kaminsky's dope. And you know what? Save it. I'm not. And yesterday solidified it because I had a couple people try to throw me Gonzaga, and took my number off of Duke a little teeny bit. I trimmed my number than I should have because I was going to go ham on Duke, and I just went like pork chop instead of the full ham. But check this out. I am not wavering from this Kentucky killing, or not, I shouldn't say kill them. I'm not wavering from Kentucky beating and covering their spread against Wisconsin. I am not wavering from it. I don't care if I get a tweet from Kaminsky himself. Okay? You guys save that crap. Now, if you want to talk to me about Michigan State beating Duke, that is a discussion that we can have, because watching the two play yesterday, if Duke plays Michigan State like they played Gonzaga, Michigan State could beat Duke. But Michigan State has to play a perfect game. And Okafor, I think he'll have another week of rest. Hopefully they can. I swear Okafor wasn't healthy still. He just didn't look. I know he's not a real passionate player, but he just didn't look like he could run the floor well. At times he looked like he was, really
slow.
hobbled down in the paint.
Real slow, yeah.
Real slow.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's still, he's trying to recover from this injury or whatever. If they can get him back to at least 80%, though, they should be able to beat Michigan State. But I can tell you this: if Michigan State plays a perfect game, they are capable of beating Duke.
I love you hitting me up in the first half with Louisville sweating that game. I'm like, dude, relax. Michigan State played. They like to mess around in the first half. I mean, you saw it against Maryland. They were down 8 at the half. I said, dude, just chill. Watch Sparty go to work. Izzo is fantastic at making second half adjustments. Yo, they came out. Would they go on like a 10-0 run right out the gate? Something crazy.
No, don't get me wrong. They did, but they almost blew that game, by the way, because there was a point when they were up. I want to say like at the 2 to 3 minute mark.
Yeah.
They could have put that game away.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. They could have put that game away, and then like they started doing some dumb stuff. That game should have never went to overtime, dog. Trust me.
I know.
And I was really agitated. Louisville had really two scoring options, and then Harrell was no option in the second half. They took him out of the game in the second half. Michigan State took him out. But that other kid, is it Berkshire or thank God, and I'm surprised at Patino. They should have, if it was me coaching, I would have told everybody, listen, we're going to just ride Berkshire to the end of the game. He's taking all the shots. I'm just letting him shoot. That's it. The other guys were nervous and scared, and Harrell was like nowhere to be found in the second half. They completely eliminated him in the second half. But that Berkshire kid, I got to tell you, dude was killing it. And I was like, oh, my God. I mean, that dude was on fire. And why they didn't focus more on getting him the ball and letting him score, I don't know, because they definitely should have, because he was really their only issue. But Michigan State, a lot of dumb plays at the very end of that game, and that's what bothers me about them. That same game, if they play that same game against Duke, Duke will beat them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And you got to take into consideration their awful free throw percentage.
Oh
dude.
My God, dude! No kidding,
son. How bad is that?
You know what? You're right. Absolutely. Oh,
that's gonna be their Achilles heel, bro.
That is definitely an issue for them. Their free throw shooting is horrific.
I mean, they should have never went to overtime because of it. You know what I mean? My man missed 2 of them. You know what I mean? So I forgot who it was, but
Clark.
Yeah.
But I'll give him. He didn't play the whole game, and they had no choice but to put him in because their 2 big guys fouled out.
Yeah, good point. And then did you see when they had the injury, when Louisville had the injury, you see the little guy they brought in?
Oh, I loved it. Well, what killed me was that Trice didn't take it right to the damn hoop, though. Right out of the gate, I was like, yo, take him.
Oh, man. So, hey, you know what? I'm just happy that it worked out for us, man.
Yeah, I am too. Hey, that was actually both games were great to watch. I mean, this is a great weekend of watching college basketball. You had some great games to watch. And yeah, you know, we might have been a bit lucky. Okay, I hear that with the lucky, you know, as far as Duke, you know, with the 1 point the other night, but I still was going to push, so it wasn't going to be a loss, guys. And you know, I hear you with, you know, Kentucky. Oh yeah, Kentucky came back 1 by 1. Okay, I'm lucky there. Okay. But it is Kentucky, and they only are undefeated. But anyway, I mean, I get you guys with lucky, but, I mean, somewhere in here you guys got to say, dude's picking games. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I feel you, brother. I feel you. But, hey, man, you know what? It's good. And then, you know, getting to the WrestleMania tip, I love all my closet wrestling fans out there, kid. All came out of the closet yesterday. We're hitting me up. Yo, I had mad love on Twitter for my WrestleMania plays yesterday, kid. First of all, I had, you know, Cena and The Undertaker obviously won. Those were the easiest plays on the board, right? And then and then the last match, dude, we had Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. I picked Roman Reigns, and what was nuts, dude, I've never seen anything like this, guys. We had odds go from I want to say Sting was minus 700 to plus 700 by the time the match went off. Cena was minus 460, went all the way up to minus 11,000. Dude, I've never seen odds change like this. There must have been a bunch of sharp money, Dream, coming in on the rest of
No doubt.
All the sharps were on Cena and all that. You know what I'm saying? So that was the line movement there. So I got a little taken back by the line movement. But I did end up sprinkling a few dollars on Sting just because he was plus 700 and it was his first match in the WWE. But anyway, the last match, what ended up happening was it ended up being a cancel. So a 3-team parlay went down to a 2-teamer because they have this thing. It's called Money in the Bank. So the guy, Seth Rollins, actually owns this. What it has is it's like a contract for a title match. So Lesnar and Reigns are down bloody, beat down to hell, right? This dude, all of a sudden, his music hits. He comes running out. The crowd goes nuts. And he comes out and actually wins the title, dude. So neither Lesnar nor Reigns won the title match. So now I'm going nuts. I'm like, yo, don't tell me I'm going to lose my play because of this. You know, Twitter's going crazy like, yo, what happened? What's going to happen to our plays, you know? And sure enough, the book, you know, big ups to them for, you know, calling it a cancel play. So it ends up bringing a 2-teamer down. A 3-teamer down to a 2-teamer. I did that, and I did do a small other parlay that paid 10-1 that I lost. But, dude, and a plus 1,100 money line with Randy Orton hit, dude. And I was trying to get the play in before, you know, when they were walking down the ramp, and it wouldn't let me do it. I was pissed. I'm like, plus 1,100. I'm like, damn. Dude, he was minus 130 like 2 days before that, and he went to plus 1,100.
Big ups to promoting responsible gambling and betting on WrestleMania. Only here at Sports Bettors TV and only with the Mad Hatter.
I'm just saying, I got a lot of closet wrestling fans.
You guys were doing like $10s and $20 magic. I know. Hatter bet on it, but I know it wasn't no crazy numbers.
It wasn't crazy numbers.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
So,
I wasn't putting thousands of dollars on that.
You know what I mean, guys? Fun is fun, and hey, you know what? If it's your thing, it's your thing. And I got no knock against any of that. It's not one of my things. I know I mentioned a lot of wrestlers, but that's because, believe it or not, if you look at the age of the guys that I mentioned, they're all like probably in their 60s now, because that's when I remember it, when I was like a long time ago, I'll just put.
Oh, definitely. Hey, yo, you know what, dude? You were saying about Sting's age yesterday, dude. He's 56 years old. Bro.
Yeah, I told you. I know he's older than me. I know that.
Dude, this cat jumped off the top rope down to the floor, bro. I'm like, this dude's 56 years old doing it. Yo, I hope I could do that stuff at 56. I don't know if I could do that now, and I'm 20 years younger than him.
When you said, that's why I said this guy cannot still be wrestling, because I know how old he is. I know like I said, I was a kid when I was watching these guys. That's why some of these guys, I don't know how they're still around. God bless them. I mean, I do know how they're still around, and obviously that's a testament to their workout regimen and staying in shape, and you got to live the good life to do that. So big ups to them for doing it, and that's amazing. And I know wrestling's a lot of people love it. It's a humongous show. They sold out. I mean, that stadium's 100,000 people.
76,000.
Not a lot of venues can sell out like wrestling can, by the way.
76,000 people in that stadium. They actually set records because the ring is so small. So when they do it, they actually pack more people in, and they set records everywhere they go. And next year, dude, it's in Jerry's World, bro. They're doing it in Dallas, Texas next year.
Oh my God! And you know what? That we almost lost the Duke game too. By the way, did you know that Jason Garrett, Tony Romo,
oh yeah,
they were all wearing Duke stuff? I almost fell out my chair when they saw it. I said, "Oh no!"
Yo, Tony Romo's the ultimate mush, kid.
I almost fell out my chair when I saw that. I said, "Oh my God, are you kidding me?"
Oh, I know.
And right as they went to them, I swear to God, Gonzaga took the lead like the next play.
Yeah, right, in the second half.
I'm screaming. Like, you gotta be kidding me. But anyway, hey, I'm gonna break down some scores real quick, guys. Hey, big ups to Total Sports Edge. I told you to get with him yesterday. He gave out the Florida Panthers, I believe, which was a great call. They beat the Senators 4-2. I don't know who else he gave out, but I did know he gave out the Florida Panthers. The Rangers got clipped yesterday by the Capitals. They got beat 5-2 by the Capitals. I like the Rangers yesterday, but I told you guys to go check them out because my hockey's been dusty, so I'm not going to take no credit or no bang up for the loss on that. But I am a little shocked that the Rangers got beat up that bad, 5-2. The Predators got beat by the Flames, 5-2. The Islanders beat the Red Wings, 5-4. I think Hatter was on that game. And
yes, sir.
God bless you.
Yes, sir. I did. Dude, it was 3-3 in the first period, bro.
I know.
I'm like, oh, man, this is going to be a headache. But the Islanders pulled it out, man. I was able to get some hockey to work.
Good. We had the Bruins over the Hurricanes 2-1. Panthers beat the Senators 4-2, like I mentioned. The Ducks beat the Devils 2-1. The Penguins over the Sharks 3-2. And the Blackhawks, which was another game I did like, but I told you to check them out. The Blackhawks won 4-3 over the Jets, so I'm not going to take any credit for that either. On the NBA side, we had the Rockets beat the Wizards 99-91. Brooklyn beat, look at me all trying to do a New Jersey. Brooklyn beat the Lakers 107-99.
That was another one of my plays. I took that money line, which I laid a lot of juice, but I ended up doing it. So
yeah, I liked Brooklyn yesterday. I thought they would beat the Lakers. The Pelicans over the Timberwolves 110-88. We had the Cavaliers beat the Sixers by 1 point, which LeBron should be ashamed of himself.
Yes.
We had the Clippers 119-106. This was one of my big games. You know what's funny is at one point the Clippers were up like 30 points, I think, in this game.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and ended up only winning by like 13. I mean, they covered their spread, but that was just bizarre that they, were up that high and then, let that big of a lead go. The Heat beat the Pistons 109-102. I guess Dwayne Wade came in and really tore it up yesterday in that game. We had the Spurs put the smackdown on the Grizzlies, 103-89. The Pacers beat the Mavericks. Me and Dr. Dan did like the Mavericks yesterday. and the Pacers beat them 104-99 as well. Which was a little bit of a surprise to me. And then OKC, which we liked as well. They were down the majority of the game, though. They did win 109-97 over the Suns.
They were down for the first half. They were down 8. And I'm sitting there. I'm just watching the game cast on my phone while I'm watching the wrestling with my kid. And, dude, all of a sudden, they tied the game, OKC. I'm like, oh, here we go. And then they just went ham on them, dude.
Well, that's that third quarter that I tell you about the Suns.
Right.
They Suns scored 17 and OKC scored 22 in the third, and then they went bananas in the fourth and scored 33 in the fourth and only gave up 18.
Yeah,
I don't know what the Suns do in the second half of games. They just collapse.
Right. Maybe they got to get Tom Izzo in there. Maybe Tom Izzo will go in and turn that whole thing around. You know what I mean? Oh, man. All right. So we are going right now. It's not a huge card here today, but hey, Dream, this is episode number 250, bro.
Awesome.
Number 250, guys. We have been doing this show 250 days, man. We are so excited about it, man. And you know what? Our numbers are growing and growing and growing. Dream, we had our most listens last week, period. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know if it's the quality of the show or maybe just that we're winning or just the chemistry or whatever. But the hashtag SBTV Nation is on fire, man. All 179 countries, guys. We love you to death. Thank you so much for supporting us all the damn time, dude. And you guys are really helping us out with the numbers and by retweeting the show and everything. It really, really helps. And, especially with all the people that are on every single morning. But we already got 61 retweets of the show, dude, all right? It's the Retweet and Listen Now Sports Betting Live. That's the one that we want you guys to send out for us, okay? And right now there's 61 people on there. Twitter kind of cuts it off a little bit, so I can't really read everybody. But I'm going to do the best I can to read the last few that did it. We got, Direct Sports Solutions. We got Jay Snyder. I got OJFB. I got Woodbine Fan. I got Find the Vegas Bookie. I got Tony Enab, Frank Vincalato, Winning Picks, Jay Richter Mayer, Blunt Master, Hockey Immortal. What's up, buddy? I got Get an Aussie Bookie. I got Tip Master. Tip Talker. D1 Locker, Super Mario, all the way in Connecticut with us. What's up, kid? Sleepy J, The Pick, Terry Kohler, Alex Washington, Jason Riley, Sean Lynch, J Cast, Face Kicker, Immaculate, and there's just so many more, dude. But like I said, Twitter cuts it off. Guys, we're trying to get at least – last week we had 84 retweets of the show. We're trying to get 100. So see what you could do for us, and we'd really appreciate it so far. We got It's Woots all the way in Australia. We got Gruff, and we got Doc. What's up? What's up? All right, dude. So we are already halfway through the show, kid, and we haven't even broke down any plays yet.
Well, there's not a lot, and we wanted to recap some of the stuff that we did this weekend, and just a full recap on it. And I was, my man Immaculate says Phoenix was up 20 on OKC. I know. That's why they played a full game, player.
Yeah. And Phoenix loves to blow a lead, that's for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people got him on that Louisville, too. I saw a lot of people, my man Alex Washington and a few others were all over me talking about how Louisville, had Michigan State because of that, the way Louisville came out in the first half, which Louisville, I got to tell you, they really surprised me. They played a lot better down the stretch. Yeah. But I watched a lot of these teams during the season. That's another thing, guys. I watched a bunch of these teams during the seasons and their games, and that's why I was able to spot a couple counterfeit teams down the stretch. You get a couple of breaks here in March Madness where you get those upsets, but most teams always revert back to what they were. And finally, Louisville was able to show that they just had no other scoring options as it got late in the game. But and one more thing, guys. Hatter and I were talking about the hedge system.
Yes.
Because some of you guys are doing it wrong. Okay, remember, the hedge system is, I put in a money line parlay with 3 teams, okay? I get the first 2 teams to win, and I'm waiting on the last team. Now, generally speaking, the idea of it is to take 3 favorites, all right? You got 3 favorites in the money line parlay, all right, and you're waiting on the last favorite to win. Now, usually, let's just say $100 is going to pay you, $300, okay? I'm going to do simple numbers, all right? So now, 100 is going to pay you 3. Now, remember, when we hedge the last play, we're not hedging to make money. We're not hedging to middle. We're not hedging for those reasons. We're hedging for one reason. If the last team loses, we want to make sure that we at least cover the original bet, which is $100. Okay? That's all we want to do is ensure that we don't lose any money. Okay? So that means you're going to make money no matter what. And in most cases, you'll actually make a couple, like a little bit too, in most cases. So now you got Duke, finishing out the hedge. So you go the opposite direction and you take the Zags. Now, generally, under ideal circumstances, hopefully the underdog is like plus, some crazy number so that you could put like $50 on them and it wins you like, 200 or, something insane. But the idea is not to put so much money on the underdog, that you end up canceling out your play or you end up losing money. That's not why we're doing it. We're doing it just as a safety to back up the last play. So you put 50 on, say it wins 200. So now the idea is, okay, I lose the original play, so I'm minus the 100, but I won the backup for 50. I'm plus 250, take the 100 off, and you ended up making $150. Or the opposite way, the play wins, you lose the $50 that you put on the safety, but you win the 300, so you win $250. So that way you don't lose either play. It's not, you cannot put more money on the backup than you put on the original play, because the idea is always that the original play, your idea is your original play is going to work. You just want to make sure that you don't get screwed.
Yes, they don't lose.
That's why we hedge.
Yeah, or, I don't know if you saw on Twitter, but I posted a picture of it before and after the games. But I did a 4-team parlay, and it was a marathon. It was from Saturday night going into Sunday. And I had the Dukies at the end with a money line, right? So what I did was before the game, I was like, gosh, should I just hedge and make money either way? I paid like 7.5 to 1. But I said, nah, let me see, because I had a really good feeling that Duke was going to lay the smackdown, especially after doing the show and talking it out with you and Dan. So I was watching the game, and I was just kind of waiting to get like a live money line on Gonzaga to get better value. And I just let it ride, bro. I just saw what was going on. I say, you know what? Duke is not losing this game. They're not. They went out. What they go up 11 right out the gate? I was like, nah. You know what? I just let it ride, and hey, it ended up working out for me, man. So I was pretty excited about it. But you guys, you know what? You gotta listen. I'll do the best I can if you guys have questions. You know what I mean? I really, really try hard to get back to everybody on Twitter. I really do. Instagram, Facebook. When you guys have questions, but. You got to remember something, man. I have a job. You know what I mean? I'm doing the show 7 days a week. I got a wife, I got a kid, I got the whole package going on, man. So there's only so much I could do but give you our experience of, gambling for a couple decades on the show. But
we are the founders of this community. So if you tweet out your questions, if you got a hedging questions, and that's what this community was created for. Somebody is going to hit you back with some valid information, because what we're talking about, I would say 85% of this community understands it and has a grasp on how it works. So they will help you, and that's why we create that. That's part of the advantages of what we're trying to do here and what we've created. That somebody should reach out to you and give you a little hand if one of us can't get back to you.
And that's what makes us so dangerous as a community. See, you know what I mean? We'll have our plays, right? But then somebody else will hit me up and be like, hey, if we want the Trailblazers, for instance, they'll be like, oh, just remember that, they may be sitting Aldridge or, something like that, something that we're not seeing. And I think that's a testament, Dream, of why we've been so successful as well. It's not just us. It's the nation that's helping us out as well. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be the first to admit it.
And I make fun of all kinds of stuff, like with the line movement and the public, and I do make fun of that because I like to. I'm a clown, you guys. You know that. I like to make fun. However, there are certain situations, believe it or not, that I have looked at that and adjusted my wager. And I learned that from guys right here in Sports Bettors TV. Mostly the kid, because that's my boy. And he kind of taught me a little bit about that. And I'm telling you, I pick up, and that's what this is so about. And we can't stress it enough. We bet so many different ways: teasers, parlays, straight plays, if bets, the whole night. And I told you yesterday, guys, I should have played the if bet scenario with Duke and Michigan State as opposed to as opposed to playing it each straight like I did. I mean, it still worked out no matter what, but the if bet allows you to play more money without putting up the same amount of money. And like I said, all of that stuff and all this information, it's all about putting it into a big, big melting pot to come up with a way for us to be a much better, much smarter gambler. That's what we're trying to do. And hope most of you guys, I believe, are getting it, and that's what we're talking about. Now we got to get into the games, though.
I know, definitely. But it's all relative information. You know what I'm saying? It all goes into, it all spins off into the game. So for everybody, just be smarter gamblers out there, and for all the people that hate on us and just pick out like the one crazy money line or something like that, I want to talk smack about it. Well, you know what? Go back to the last 20. 30, you know what I'm saying, and look at all the straight plays we did as well. So that's all I gotta say about that.
That's what I'm saying. I take Duke straight Friday night, but I money line Kentucky on Saturday. What do I hear the most heat about? The money line of Kentucky, how dumb that was, and it was. And I don't think it's dumb when I won by 1 point. That's actually dope. But all I heard about was how dumb Kentucky was. I never heard nothing about how Duke won the night before, and I took them straight. But cats don't like me anyway, which I'm good with.
Yo, big ups to my man. Sean Lynch said he is flying to Disney with his family tomorrow. Thanks for making it happen. He hit me up, you up, and crushed the bookie up, dude.
That is awesome, man. I know, and that's what I love about it. I got multiple tweets this morning with mad thank yous from mad people, and that's the love of this whole thing. I see my man Papa Smurf out there. Good morning to you too as well, brother. And refs were Duke's happy whistle. Papa killing on Louisville missed the free throw to win the game. Yeah, no, I know. That's because dude's like a 20% free throw shooter.
Yeah, right. That was like the worst guy to get on the free throw line.
The fact that dude had made the first one shocked everybody.
Got to go back to the drawing board and work on that in the offseason, player. All right, so let's jump into the games, dude, because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Just real quick, guys, we won't break it down yet, but the Final Four is Saturday, and Duke is giving Michigan State 5, and Kentucky is giving Wisconsin anywhere from 5 to 6. So that's the opening line for college hoop for the Final Four, and we're going to go right into the NBAs, brother.
And y'all know Kentucky. Listen, Kentucky's winning. In case you missed it, in case you missed it 3 months ago, and then every other week after that, Kentucky's winning the whole thing.
All right. You think Notre Dame had the best chance to beat them?
I absolutely agree.
Yep. Guys, all right. So real quick before I do this, I want to go through. Oh, hold on, my thing's not responding here. Sorry if it cut off on you guys real quick, but all right, taking a look at this now. We really, really, really need to pay attention to the playoff scenarios. Because you know what? You're going to get a lot of teams that are kind of resting a little bit, falling back from putting max efforts in and stuff like that. Like Atlanta, for instance, is the number 1 seed, and they have secured the number 1 seed. There's no way Cleveland can catch them. So they have really nothing to play for, and they're not trying to get anybody injured. So they are number 1. Cleveland has secured a playoff spot. They are number 2. Chicago's number 3. They secured a playoff spot. And Toronto has won their division, and I don't think they've secured the number 4 spot, but that's what it is. So the teams we're really going to pay close attention to are the 5 through 8 seeds, in my opinion. Just this goes back for years of gambling and looking towards the end here, going into the playoffs. You got Washington, Milwaukee, Miami, Brooklyn, okay? And then you got a couple of teams trying to get in. You got Boston, Indiana, Charlotte, and Detroit. Detroit, I don't think is going to get in, so we really got to pay attention to the nasty teams, which are Boston, Indiana, Charlotte. Now, going down to the West, Golden State has secured the number 1 seed in the West. So, you know what? They're probably going to start falling back a little bit, but they are very good. Even their bench is pretty good, so we got to be careful on that. You got Houston. You got Memphis. Those are the 2 and 3 seeds. Portland, number 4. Houston and Memphis have made the playoffs. The Clippers have made the playoffs. They are number 5. You got San Antonio, Dallas, OKC to finish it out. That's why I took OKC last night. I'm thinking they're going to try to get in the playoffs just like any other team. But then you got New Orleans, Phoenix, Utah, and Denver. But Denver's pretty far out. I don't think that's going to happen. So I think we got to start really looking at some value as far as nasty teams, Dream.
Well, the only other thing I'm going to say about the West is The West, you're going to have more of an issue with teams trying to win for seeding as opposed to the East. The East, I think, is kind of pretty much going to just fall like it's expected to. But the West, you're going to see some teams jockey, to get wins for seeding will become an issue, as the West is a lot tighter than the East is as far as their playoffs. And, with separating the 2 from the 3, is, not that, big of a gap.
No, I agree. So that's why we're going to look at the.
You got to watch the seeding in the West as far as that's concerned. But the East, is a whole different story. And I agree. I think your best bet, even though it's going to be, you don't have to mess with some nasty teams, but your best bet is definitely to use that terminology, especially with the East.
Yes, definitely. All right. So the first game we got on the ticket is we got the nasty Boston Celtics at the Charlotte Hornets, and the line is anywhere from 3.5 to 4 with an under/over of 194. Taking a look at this game, looking at them here, like we talked about, Boston is trying to get that number 8 seed, and Charlotte is as well, and that's a pretty tight race. Boston's 32-41, Charlotte 31-41. So whoever wins this game is going to pretty much, be trying to catch Brooklyn here. Any opinion on this game, Dream?
Yeah, stay away from it. It's absolutely nasty. Obviously, the Celtics got beat up yesterday at home by the Clippers. They're going into Charlotte tonight. I think Charlotte, what did they do yesterday? Did they even play? Charlotte yesterday did not play, so they had a day off. And I think they got beat up the night before.
No, they beat
they
beat
won
Atlanta.
the night before. They beat the Hawks the night before. So Charlotte beat the Hawks, feeling themselves rested a little bit, and they got Celtics coming in tonight. So I would just back away from that game and just watch it, as I don't see any advantages either way.
No, I think you're going to get max effort from both teams. Charlotte's got the home crowd thing going on there, but let me just take a look real quick and see what I got as far as trends are concerned with both of these teams. Charlotte is, let's see, 3-6 against the spread in the last 9 games at home, and Boston is 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games on the road. But Boston's 1-5 against the spread in the last 6 games. Dude, guys, listen, you know what? If they were playing, if one of these teams was playing like Lake Show or the Knicks or Minnesota or something like that, maybe we get involved. But with this, I don't see any value. Speaking of Hall of Shame, we got the Lake Show going into the Philadelphia 76ers, and the line is 4.5 with Philadelphia 76ers actually favored, bro. I don't know if I like this game. I think I'm going to stay away from it as well. I looked at it last night briefly, and I was just like, nah, I think there's better stuff than this. But what do you think about it?
I haven't, you know what? I haven't bet the Sixers all season. I'm not going to, actually I did yesterday. And I'm not going to start now.
Yeah, you got beat by them.
Yeah, I got beat by them. So I'm going to, I like the Sixers, but I haven't bet them all season, so I'm not going to touch it. But for some reason, my stomach is telling me that the Sixers are going to win this game. Yeah. But I would not bet, and I'm not recommending anybody touch it.
All right. Yeah, you know what? I mean, the Lake Show, I don't want to say they're not that bad. They're terrible. But they love to show up. They love to show. Yeah, they like being pesky at times.
Yeah.
And I just, you know what I mean? If this was the Knicks, I would take Philly all day long. But I can't get involved with Lake Show going there. Philly should win this game, but you know what? I'd be really, really mad at myself if I lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Taking this game. So scrolling down to the next one, we got Houston playing at Toronto. You had called Houston being a really good team on the road, which you're 100% right about that. Toronto's minus 1 to 2 points with an under/over of 207. Taking a look at this, Houston is trying to get that, trying to keep that number 2 seed, which is nice. It's nice to have, being a number 2 and all. They got no chance of getting a number 1, but they're trying to knock the Grizzlies. By the way, fell off, huh?
Yes, a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. So taking a look at this, Toronto is the number 4 seed. They've already secured the division. They'll most likely probably stay in that realm of the 3 through 6 seed here.
Bad game.
Bad game, right? Bad game.
Yeah,
I agree.
Because you don't know what neither one of the teams are going to do. I think Houston still comes out with their usual style. And the Raptors, I don't think that I don't like the effort that you might get out of them tonight. Even though they don't need to be pulling up, because they need to really start figuring out how to work this offense without their guy. So I don't like it. But, you know, if I was going to take a slight lean, and I'm not recommending this, and I'm not putting my money on it, but I kind of like the Rockets.
Well, the Rockets are playing way better than Toronto, dude. Rockets are 7-1 straight up in the last 8 games, where Toronto in the last 19, 6-13, bro.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I like the Rockets here, but I can't bet them. I mean, there's another game on the board that I absolutely love too, so I'm just gonna recommend you guys stay away from it. What were the points again?
The points were 1-2, with Toronto actually being favored here.
Yeah, I like the Rockets
as an underdog, huh?
Yep.
But you're not gonna bet it.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Good. Don't. Next one, we got the Milwaukee Bucks going into Atlanta. Atlanta's anywhere from 7.5 to an 8-point favorite with an under over 193.5 to 194. Now, remember what I said about Atlanta? They got nothing to play for, guys. Nothing. Except for maybe, their home crowd to get them excited. I think that's pretty much it. But, they're number 1 in the East. Taking a look at the Bucks. Where are the Bucks? Bucks don't have a shot, I think, at doing anything here. They're in the 6th seed right now, the Bucks, so they're going to make the playoffs. Most likely, if they don't start getting their act together, though, I think they may end up losing that. But taking a look at this game here, I don't really know. I mean, if anything, the Bucks have a lot more to play for than Atlanta does.
They do. It's just, you know what? It's so early to start trying to gauge how teams are going to rest or not rest, because it's so early as far as resting guys. And you don't want to lose. You don't want to fall back because the playoffs are, still a little bit. You don't want to fall back too much and then get yourself in a mess. So it's another game, guys. I recommend you stay away from this game. I kind of want to tell you to take the Bucks with points, but I think if you're going to take the Bucks, you should tease them with something else and get more points.
Yes, definitely.
But I wouldn't even I would just leave it alone, because there's another game that looks a lot better.
I'm still scratching my head.
You don't see it?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see it.
You see it now?
The nightcap.
It's the nightcap.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I ain't even talking about that one. I'm talking about the other one.
Oh, okay. I see both of them. All right. I got the idea. All right. We got the Utah, and I'm sure, you know what, if you've been listening to the show day in and day out, you're probably looking at the board and being like, yep, that's the Dreams play right there. All right, let's see. So the game that you're loving is the Utah Jazz and Minnesota Timberwolves?
Not.
Nope. Utah Jazz are giving 4.5 here, under over 185.5 all across the board. Taking a look at the Utah Jazz, I mean, listen, they're 32-41, probably not going to make the playoffs, but coach is probably telling them they still got a outside shot here. Taking a look at that, as you know, they are pesky. We know that. We know Utah loves to play defense as well. But let's just take a look at the preview here. Utah is surprisingly, dude, even though they play pretty good defense, the over's gone over in 4 of the last 5 games.
Wow.
They are 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games, and 1-4 against the spread in the last 5. But they're 15-8 straight up in the last 23 games, Utah. So recently they fell off, but over the last month and a half or so, they've been actually doing pretty good. Minnesota's losers are 3 straight games, 2-10 straight up in the last 12, 4-8 against the spread in the last 12 games as well, and 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games at home. So Minnesota probably trying to get a little bit more ping pong balls in the lottery there. Competing with the Knicks they only got 16 wins, dude. That's awful.
It's horrible.
That's really, really bad. I mean, what did the Knicks got, 14? I think
I have no idea, bro.
Something like that. So I just don't like the game either, man. I think Utah probably wins this game, but Minnesota, you never know what you're going to get. You got a home team trying to play for their fans and whatnot, so I'm going to stay away from that.
Last I remember, Minnesota was really banged up. I know they just gotten Kevin Garnett. I don't even know how many games he's played since he's been there, but they are really banged up on the injury tip.
Wow, yeah.
I actually kind of like Utah in this spot, as I believe that they are trying to get a playoff spot, and like I said, they do play hard. You said that they're a pesty team. I'm not going to take them, and I'm not going to put my money on them, but I do have a small lean towards Utah. I actually like them tonight, as I think the Timberwolves are just done.
Son, speaking of the injuries, Minnesota, KG is day-to-day with a knee injury. Yep. Kevin Martin, their guard, is day-to-day with a hamstring. Let's see. Gary Neal, their guard, is day-to-day with an ankle. And then they got...
go on for days.
Yeah, I mean, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 injuries to report there. And the only injury that I got here for Utah is Derek Favors, their forward, is day-to-day with a back thing. But Minnesota's injury report is just like a mile long, guys. So
yeah, I like, and that's gonna let you know that if their injury report's that deep as well, even if guys are out there, that means you're playing, not 100%. So keep that in mind. Listen, I'm not by any means telling you to go out there and hammer Utah. So please don't, because when you wake up in the morning and Utah lost, you're gonna be saying to myself, why did I just take Utah for $100? Am I crazy? But I like Utah. Like we said, they're pesty. What's Utah's travel record?
Let's take a look real quick and see what they're doing on the road.
I'm looking it up now myself.
Yeah, look it up. Look it up, because I don't have it.
All right, hold on 1 second. Utah is... It'd be nice if I get out of hockey. Hold on 1 second. Sorry.
No problem. That's why we got music in the background for the little silences that we have.
All right, here we go. Utah's travel record is they're 14-22 away, which is dusty. But the Timberwolves are 9-27 at home, so that kind of cancels each other out. If you could get. I don't know about laying a 4.5. Try to get this down. I think you could get this down to 2, and you're probably good, because you should at least get a push, if not the win. I like Utah here. Don't go crazy. Go easy. I like Utah here. I'm going to probably recommend. I got a little recommendation for you. Let's get to the other 2 games. I'll give you a small recommendation that you might want to try.
Sacramento Kings at the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are -8.5. 197.5 is the total here. Dude, the Grizzlies, yeah, definitely.
Hello.
I mean, the Grizzlies, listen, I know they lost the last 3 games, and we're talking about them kind of spiraling out of control, but the last 3 games they played were the Spurs, my boy, and Golden State, which are probably, the top, out of the top 5, they're all right in there. So
that's what I said yesterday.
Yeah, so Sacramento, believe it or not, is 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games. But Memphis is losers of 3 straight, coming home. 2-7 against the spread in the last 9 games at home. But they are, believe it or not, 15-5 in the last 20 games at home. Hitting about 75% straight up at home.
27-9 at home. That's their home winning record, and that's just straight up, not against the spread. Guys, I love Memphis tonight. I'm not gonna do the 8.5, but keep this game. Keep it right there, because we're gonna. I got another game to put it with, and then I got another idea also that we could work on tonight. But I love the Grizzlies tonight. They need a win. I talk about needing a win, home. Weak team coming in, should win this game, should be able to outwill them and outplay them, and at least get this win here. It's a Monday, not a lot of, it might be easier on the action, so it shouldn't get a lot of attention, which is what we love. I'm loving the Memphis Grizzlies here. Just keep it right there, and we're going to put it with something else.
I like that play, bro. I really like that play. I think we'll get involved with that and go from there. I think they have to win, dude. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Uh-oh. What'd you just say?
A must-win situation.
Oh,
no. It's a must-win situation, Playboy, like you always like to allude to. All right. Scrolling to the next one here. We got, I think, a game that another one that you're feeling right here. We got the Phoenix Suns coming into Portland. Portland -8 to 8.5 with an over of 201 to 201.5. Now, taking a look at what Portland's got going on here, they are number 4 as far as seeding is concerned going into the playoffs. Probably want to keep winning, kind of, not back into the playoffs. But Phoenix, you got to remember, I mean, they are above 500. And they are trying to get that 8 seed. But I love Portland at home, dude. Portland at home has been just straight cash. What do you got for their home record?
I just came off of that page because I'm trying to process I'm trying to put together the play and give you guys the number on the payout. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me switch back real quick.
My man Face Kicker is telling me that Utah is mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah, that's interesting. Yo, that's the power of the nation, bro. That's the power of the nation. That's all I got to say about that.
I know, but is the nation? Is that? Are you sure?
I don't know. I mean, there's 73 games in, so I don't know about math, but we'll see. I mean, we need a lot of stuff to happen for them to even have a remote chance. But anyway, let's talk about Portland.
Yep. Hold on. I'm getting your record for you right now.
All right, no problem. So, just seeing, let's see, Nicholas J is on there saying, great show today, fellas. He said next Monday we would be talking MLB, Dream.
No, we won't. Nah, I gotta brush up. I know, you guys. I know. I gotta brush up. I'm thinking about taking a month off, though, guys. Just to freshen up, as I'm exhausted from the whole run we've just had, which has been absolutely amazing. Portland's home record is 29-7, which is phenomenal.
So we're all over that. We're all over that.
We're all over Portland. I just put it in the money line parlay calculator, though. It does not. You guys are not going to like how it pays. $100 with the Grizzlies and the Trailblazers only pays $56, which is cool for me, but I know you guys don't like that at all. So you're going to have to look into a few other avenues in this little third. I mean, let's make sure the Jazz are mathematically eliminated. But if they're not mathematically eliminated, then I'm going to recommend that we try to teaser. And if you take the teaser with the 6-point ties win, and you take, oh wait, you know what? We got NIT tonight too.
Okay.
All right, we got NIT tonight, and there's an NIT game that I like. But hold on a second, let's go over here.
Or Dream, you could do a 2-teamer and have a third leg open.
Oh yeah, you could do that. That's probably better.
Don't force it,
and have
dude.
the third leg open.
There's no reason to force it.
But I'll be honest with you, having hold on a second. This teaser I just plugged in. Let me see what it pays.
I love we're doing the mathematical stuff of the plays on the show.
All right, you guys could take the Jazz plus 1.5, the Grizzlies -2.5, and the Blazers -2.5. 100 plays $115. But you know what? That's the 6-point one, right? I would rather just go. I would rather just move it up another half a point and get them all plus 2, and get Memphis and the Trailblazers -2 each, and then it probably pays 100. Probably pays like 105. I'd rather do that.
Yeah, you know what? I think the 2-teamer leaving a spot open is probably the
better.
smartest play.
No, it's safer. It's definitely smarter.
Or, dude, just doing. I don't care either, man. I'll lay 100 to make 56 all day long.
I'm all over that. By the way, I'm good with that.
Yeah, right. That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing, dude. So I could care less.
Saying, I know I'm trying to. I try to cater to the people out there that don't like doing the stuff that I do. And give them something that that they would like. As I still think I don't think you can go wrong with the Jazz tonight. I think the Jazz win tonight, especially based on how banged up. Look, Utah +2, Memphis -2, Portland -2. 100 pays 96. I mean, I think that's a great play.
What if you did the money line with the 3 of them?
No. Yeah. Oh, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me punch that in. You're right.
All right.
I forgot about that too.
Sorry about this, guys. We're trying to find some value for you.
We are going to find value for you all day. That's what we do here at Sports Bettors TV. We find the value for you.
If you just did a money line parlay with the 3.
I don't know why
I don't know,
that in
brother.
the first place, which is my favorite. Because I was hoping to get Utah with a little bit more points. $100 makes $134.
With the money line parlay with the 3?
Absolutely beautiful.
That's dope.
$100 makes $134.
Okay. All right. So, but you know what? I may not do the Jazz.
I'm all over the 2-piece.
The 2-piece?
Yeah, I'm much better with.
The 2-piece is dope, dude. I think we go to bed.
I love it.
I think we put that in and go to bed. To be honest with you,
that's That's what I'm talking about.
Although Phoenix may play Portland a little tough, but whatever.
Yeah,
we'll
but lose.
and cover their spread.
Right.
All right. The only game we got tonight, as far as the NITs, is the not in tournament is UL Monroe and Loyola Chicago. Loyola Chicago is minus 5.5. Under over 130.5 to 131.5. Guys, I got no opinion on this. I'll be honest.
Me neither. I thought it was. It's the next one. I like the Miami Temple matchup. I want to get into that, but that's not coming.
That's tomorrow. Yet. That's tomorrow. Okay. All right. So let's scroll over to the ice, kid. We're already past 10 o'clock hour, dude.
I know. We've been talking too much this morning.
Sorry, guys. But we're trying to do everything we can to help you here. Let's see. All right, so scrolling down the hockey tip, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games tonight. Are we going to get involved with this Arizona under, bro?
You know, it's funny you mention that because I'm feeling it. I know Arizona came through, but if you had to buy it up to the 5.5, but it came through when they played the Penguins, I believe, on Saturday night. My man had a day of rest. The Sabres are coming in. You know, I'm going to give this a shot one more time. I am going to get involved in this, and I want to add it to my play now. I think I'm going to add it to the other two and really get a nice payout.
Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy.
I know I'm being greedy. I know. You know what? I'm going to lighten it up. I'll probably play it twice. I don't know. Guys, I'm going to put something out for you at 6. Let me go over this and think about it because I might, like he says, I am being greedy. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking to take the Trailblazers and to take the Grizzlies and to take the under in the hockey game. And I know that it pays insane, by the way. I'm gonna plug it in for you. The other games you got there, I don't think I see anything else that I absolutely love. So you guys know who the experts are. We got Total Sports Edge. We got the First Lady of the Fake
Hockey
Fam.
Immortal.
And we got Hockey Immortal. Get with them guys, you know, see what they're talking about. Oh, they don't got my lineup yet for me to adjust with the under. Oh no, there it is. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Over and under.
5.5 you're starting with. So if you bought it up to 6.5, it still probably pays dope.
Damn, he's starting with 5.5. That means they think it's gonna be a smoke show tonight.
It was last time. Last time these two teams played each other, it was 7 goals, kid. Remember that?
Yeah.
I think you're being greedy, bro. I think we got to fall back.
I am. I've been known to be a little bit. Because look, 100 pays. Now these are the nation's type of numbers. 100 pays 181.25. Nation's all over that. They're playing that right now. They're like, yo, I'm gonna put that in. Stop. Hold up. Let me look at it again a little bit later. There are a couple other games you guys might want to look at. You got the Blues tonight playing the Canucks. I don't know much about that, but I know the Blues have been pretty hot. Guys, my hockey's been dusty. I'm sorry, but I've been in this college basketball thing, and I think you guys have been pretty happy with the results of my college basketball work, so you're willing to give me this break on the hockey. But give me till the end of the week. I'm gonna work on my hockey a little bit this week and try to get it together, see if I can figure out, you know, some type of magic. As mainstays have fell off, being the Islanders and the Predators, they are both spiraling out of contention right now. I don't know what's going on with them, but I got the Blackhawks playing the Kings tonight. The Blackhawks caught that win yesterday, and now they're playing again tonight. This King team, though, while the Islanders and the Predators have been falling off, the Kings have been putting it together. So that might be, you know, watch out for that. Sabres and Coyotes, I don't know. It's a question mark for me. Other than that, I kind of like the Avalanche over the Oilers, as Edmonton is not that good, and the Avalanche, you know, they've been winning a little bit as well. So, guys, get with the other hockey people. Don't listen to me. I don't know enough yet. I'll try to get back my hockey up by the end of the week, hopefully. But I can't confidently give you any hockey.
I feel you. I mean, and we got to start paying attention to the playoff race in hockey too, bro.
Yes. I'm like I said, I'm gonna work on my hockey this week, and get back my mojo with hockey. I hope.
All right, dude. So that's pretty much gonna do it, man, for us. But big ups to Jason Riley out there. Got Papa Smurf. I got the Pick. I got Sleepy J. I got Hockey Immortal. I got Urban. I got Tony Enab. I got OJFB Direct Sports Solutions. Doc. Joseph Del Rosario. Vegas Girl 92661 and Basketball Now retweeting our show. So I think that's it, man. I think that's it. I think we got 2 basketball plays. I think you got something that you're flirting with as far as hockey and a third basketball leg, but I'm not going to force it, bro. I'm just doing that 2-teamer. That's it.
Right. Yeah, guys. You know what? I'm probably with him. I may leave mine open or may not, but I probably won't. I'll probably just do the 2-teamer as well. I agree with him. Only thing you got to do, Hatter, is check the I don't think the teaser pays better, but you might be able to. I don't know. Check just cross-reference with the teaser, as it may pay better than the money line parlay. Sometimes the teaser pays better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. And you can, go for it.
Yeah, and that's it, guys. I want to just thank, guys, remember, Total Edge Sports is out there. Hockey Immortal is out there. Also, you got the First Lady of Fake Fame. I heard she's been killing it. Get over there and check her out. You got Cousin Pete. Cousin Pete got the soccer going on. Crush the Bookies doing this thing still. We always talk about them. If you need another avenue, go over here and check them out. Listen, we ain't mad at nobody. We ain't mad at any source you can get a play from to get a win. Go get them. We love everybody out there. We want everybody to make money. We are not biased against anybody, any style, anywhere. As long as you make money, that's what the name of the game is.
That's what the nation
so
is.
Do your thing.
That's what the nation's all about, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Big ups to Total Sports Edge, The Kid, Nicholas J, Spot Bet, Vegas Girl 92661, Betting the Dream, my man Matty Fresh, Capra Zone, my boy Dank. What's up, player? Hockey Immortals out there. My man Randy Lockhart. Good talking with you and prayers go out to Randy Lockhart, who's dealing with a few personal issues at home, as his mom's a little ill. So we want to send some prayers to him as well.
Absolutely.
Beyond the Bets is out there. Champ is out there. My boy Papa Spurp was good, player. Philly Picks, what's happening, man? Hope I saved you from the Zags yesterday, as I know you were looking at them, and I told you they were no good. But hopefully I saved you, I think. Jonesy is out there. Winning Picks is out there. My man, Nunn, what's happening? VK, Max 1248, Kano, Deeks Picks, Joseph Del Rosario, my boy Vince Parker, PH, Scott, Weave. Hope you didn't play the Zags yesterday, Weaver. Rick Lopez, Luis Barrios, Clownman Swag, Andy Mack, Irvin, Prestige Worldwide, Lex, just to name a few, guys. There's so many more out there. I'm probably forgetting my man Sydney, Lexka, Average Joe Punter, all the people that came out and supported us at the Vegas show. My man Woodbine fan, can't forget him. My man came in looking like the bodyguard, looking huge. Like who else do we have that I'm forgetting? Oh, my man Shane Redenius, got to send big ups to him. He came out with his lovely wife, and had a great time with us. OJFB was in the house as well, and so many more. Queen of Oz, once again, thank you. Contributions, and she may be coming to CT, I am told, soon. Guys, I am the Dream. Thank you all for your support. As you always know who you're with, and make the most of each and every day, because you cannot get this time back.
All right, guys, just to recap what we were going to do. So we are looking at Portland and the Memphis Grizzlies as a money line parlay with either a third leg open.
And by the way, I got to say that I don't mind you taking the Memphis Grizzlies minus their spread.
Really?
Dude, I think the Grizzlies are going to kill them. I think they're going to kill Sacramento's bad. They're a bad team, and the Grizzlies need a win. It'd be nice to get a nice, a big convincing win. As you said, they've been struggling. Hey, they might go ham tonight.
Yeah, I mean, dude, coming off 3 straight losses like that.
Yeah, I don't mind the Grizzlies minus the points. I'm not doing it, but I'm just saying, if you guys I know some of you guys, don't always like to do the money line parlay thing, and you might want. I honestly, I don't mind you taking them minus the points. I honestly don't.
Well, listen, you know what? Anybody that lives in Memphis or around there, get your asses to the game tonight and get them boys fired up. That's all I got to say about that. Help us out here. Help out the nation. You know what I mean? Because I know the nation's going to be on this. John McGinley saying Jazz, Grizzlies, Blazers. There's too many Z's in there. Oh, man. All right, guys. We are Sports Bettors TV. We are the biggest show in the world. We are tearing up the world. All 179 countries that have seen us, listening to our voices day in and day out. Guys, we appreciate the love.
All those Z's mean you could put the play in and go to bed.
Yes. Dude, that's a really good point, brother. That's a really good point. I got the real deal, yo. I got John Lewis. I got Razor Ramon. Oh, man, I got Scott Harnish out. Sean Harnish. I'm sorry about that. Joe Zippy, Millhouse, Slim Daddy Wins. Get a Vegas Bookie. I got Casano. I got Joseph Del Rosario, Soccer's Finest. I got Futch, My Life, and Doc, just to name a few guys. We love you to death. Go out there. Go easy. But get that money. Let's go.